$10,000 is a big number, and it can be a daunting number, especially when you're trying to save it in 1 year's time. The first step to making these savings more manageable is to break it down into savings per month. In this case, that would be $10,000 divided by 12, the number of months in a year, which gives $834 of savings a month. Now, even though this number isn't any less daunting, it's much more manageable to work with in terms of accomplishing. Since $834 of savings a month is still scary, let's break it down further. We're going to divide $834 by 2, which equals $417 per bucket. The first bucket will be savings that are directly from your income. Let's say that you get paid bi-weekly, as most people do. Then from each paycheck, you'll want to save $417 divided by 2, which turns out to be $208.50. Suddenly, saving $417 per month just by taking money out of your income already makes things much easier and more plausible for most people, even on a low income. It's important to remember that everyone's situation is different. Depending on how you budget and how expensive your life is, your number may be smaller or bigger, so suit it to your life without pushing yourself too far. For example, if you can only save $100 bi-weekly due to your variable and fixed expenses, then that's already a fantastic start to your saving journey. Another option, depending on your spending habits and the variability of your budget, is to set up automatic transfers to a separate savings account. Personally, I don't have any issues with spending when I have money sitting in my account, but for those that do, setting up automatic transfers may be something that can help ensure that you're saving your money as soon as you get your paycheck. Do you have a favorite savings account from a bank? Let us know in the comments below so you can help other viewers save their money the best. Bucket number 2, or the rest of the $417, will be gained through extra sources of income. I like to break up my bucket into 4 smaller sections, which would result in $104.25 of income per section. Again, this will be different for everyone depending on any extra sources of income you have. But it's not impossible to generate an extra $104.25 a month. For instance, you could do delivery driving from Lyft or Uber Eats and easily make $104.25 in a month. You could also start a YouTube channel or a little business on Etsy that may not immediately generate $104.25 a month, but can eventually get there and make you much more than that. The second source of potential income is to get a little extra overtime. Funnily enough, all you need is a little over 15 minutes a day to get paid overtime, which would eventually result in $104.25 a month. Of course, this depends on your current employment situation, whether you're allowed to work overtime or not, as well as your current pay and how much extra you make with overtime. The third source is to resell items you no longer use. This one is a very variable income, and you may actually end up with more money in a single shot, but not have anything for a few months. For example, if you have a lot of old clothes you want to get rid of and you sell them on the Facebook Marketplace, you may end up with over $200, which could count as 2 months worth of savings. Another example could be that you sell an old piece of furniture, like a couch, for $300, which counts for 3 months. The fourth source is several potential options for those who have spare time. The first option is a company called Shipt, which is where you do shopping and delivery for customers. On average, you can expect to make around $15 to $17 per shopping trip. That means you'd only have to make around 7 shopping trips per month to meet the goal of $104.25. Bonus tip, you can pair up your own grocery shopping with shopping for a customer to make the most out of your time and save money on gas. The second option is Amazon Flex, where you work as a delivery driver for Amazon. Typically, you do package deliveries in blocks of 3 hours, which is about 25 to 30 packages. On average, you can expect $18 to $25 per hour, but it depends on a few factors. Your location, any tips you receive from customers, how long it takes you to complete deliveries, and more. If you make $20 per block, then you only have to spend 12 hours a week to meet the $104.25 mark for extra savings. The third option is Adia, which is a company that helps employers find temp workers with flexible hours. For those that are on a low income due to a lack of work, this is a potential option to find quick jobs that you can get paid a decent amount for without having to commit. They have jobs across a variety of fields, and you're sure to find something that'll suit you. You can expect something like $16 to $17 an hour, which would take a little over 6 hours a month to reach the goal of $104.25. The fourth option is to make shirts and merchandise. If you have an artistic flair or generally know what's trending with people, it's very easy to make your own t-shirt designs through apps like Canva, which is entirely free. And you can sell them through a variety of platforms like Etsy, your Facebook page, or through other websites designed for that. If you go through websites, it's likely you'll mostly be collecting royalty payments of around 20%. That means if you sell a shirt for $30, then you'd make $6 on the sale. While it seems little, the trade-off is that you get heavily marketed by the website. There are tons of side hustles, but it can be hard to know what's best for you. If this video gets 300 likes, then we'll make a video on the best side hustles to start in 2023. Bonus bucket. Only looking to make extra money may be really difficult for some families and near impossible. But that doesn't mean you can't find other ways to get your monthly amount close to $834. Instead of focusing strictly on increasing your income, you can focus on ways to reduce the cost of living. This bucket will target the major expenses that most people deal with and effective ways to reduce them. The first expense is housing costs. Without question, a home is the most expensive asset anyone can own. While it is an asset and can help you grow your wealth, it can also be very expensive and take a toll on your bank account. That's not including people who only pay rent. Fortunately, whether you're paying rent or a mortgage, the same technique works. You can take advantage of what's known as house hacking, which is when you get a roommate to live with you that'll reduce your cost of living by paying a portion of the rent or mortgage. This can easily lift $104.25 per month for anyone. The second expense is a car. If you have more than one vehicle or have a newer car, then consider reducing to one or buying a used one. This always depends on your situation, but it's something that can help you get to that $104.25 mark. In fact, the average lease payment on a car in 2022 is $505 a month, which is massive. The third expense is food. If you eat takeout more than around once a week, especially if you have a family, you can save over $100 by avoiding it altogether. A typical takeout meal costs about $15, and if you have a family of 5, that'll cost you $75 for the whole meal. If you made the same meal at home, you'd be looking at about a 400% decrease in price, or $18.75 per meal. By just cutting out 2 takeout meals for the month, you can save $112.50. The fourth expense to reduce is any variable expenses you have. Typically, these are all sorts of personal purchases like clothes, technology, beauty products, decorations, etc. On average, people spend around $200 a month on various items, so simply cutting down what you spend for yourself in half or adjusting your budget to leave $104.25 extra can get you on the fast track to saving $10,000 by the end of the year.